Welcome back, everybody, to the Boricua Steel Workshop here. As you can see, um, today we are going to be doing the heat treating for the knife, getting it hardened, and we're going to temper it also. But we're going to harden it first, then we're going to sand it down, and then temper it. Put that in there quick so we can see what's going on. Okay, so the first thing is safety. Make sure you wear a long sleeve shirt because this will get hot and burn your hairs off like it did to me when I was doing some testings with the propane. Next, make sure you don't get this type of, how would you say, lighter if you're using a mini forge. If you're not using a mini forge, make sure, either or mini forge. If you use this, make sure you make a small knife, not like something this long in size. It'll have to be like probably 3/4 down, or not, like take a quarter off, and you'd be able to just use the two of these instead. But if you have something like this, make sure you buy one of these. Got this from AutoZone for like 25 bucks, the whole kit right here. And this will be perfect for the mini forge also. I already did the test, it works perfectly well. As you can see, there's my test steel right there that I tried. It's probably hardened in there, but I used it just to make sure it's testing, just for the testing purposes. Next thing is, make sure you have your iPro, wherever I've just put my iPro. Here you go, right here. iPro, long sleeves, gloves, and either gloves or glove for the oven mitt, because this is going to get hot right here. And a pair of pliers. As you can see, I got a pair of vice grips right there with two pieces of steel right there that just won't damage the steel when the vice grip is holding. Your oil could be canola oil, vegetable oil. I'm using canola oil, so that just works perfectly well. And then after that, like I said, this is all safety. So if you're not using, safety, you will get burned. And make sure that what's another thing, that you're of age and you have experience of doing this. Like I did a few tests just to make sure I did it right, that I did this right, and everything heated up well. So I'm going to use my main torch for the front and my back, as I like, just to maintain the heat. As you can say, just gets to that temperature so I can heat the steel and put it in here. So what we're gonna, and oh yeah, one thing also, a magnet. What that does is, when metal gets to a certain temperature, it loses magnetism. So like right now, I'll show you right now with this right here. It's, magnetized, boom, I can stick to it. To a certain temperature, I think 1,400 and something. Don't remember exactly the right temperature. This won't be able to stick to it at all. It will just lose its magnetism. Then we put it back in there for a couple more minutes, and then we dunk it after that. So let us start. Put this stuff on here. All right. at that now. No, nothing. Everything perfect. So we just let it sit here for make sure there's no warps. We're looking good here. Just let it sit there for a little bit longer. Let's leave our forge to cool down. Note to selves, make sure you buy stone right here so it doesn't do this. All right, now that it's cool, we're gonna like wipe it down and start sanding all this scale off. Look at that. So we can do the tempering process. All right. Here's the forge still. It's not smoking like it was before, but it held up pretty well. Just like I said, make sure you buy some stone instead of wood that I have here. So next time with my next project, there'll be some stones below this. All right, everyone, we are back, and here's our knife that just came out of the forge from hardening. And we're gonna do this again so you can hear it. Look at that. You know it's hardened when the file does not stick to or dig into the steel. Look at that. Look at that. Like back here, it's probably a little bit, but we don't worry about this area right here, which is cool. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna sand this down. Sand all this off, all the scale off to temper it. The reason we're going to sand this off to do the tempering process so we can see the color of the, reverse that. So we can see when it's turning to color, it stays at a light straw brown. If it goes to a purple and stuff, then then we ruined our hardening process and we got to do it all over again. So on some ovens, you can, get away with, let's say at 410, depending on your oven. It just all, like I said, depends on the oven because not all ovens are created the same. Because I know this oven, I think I can get away with 410 and be able to temper with the light straw brown color. So what tempering does also is, like this right now, it's like a file, hard. Files come in already hard, so I can file metal, whatever the case may be. But the bad thing about these things are, I can hit it against something like a concrete or another, hardened steel, and it'll just shatter. We don't want that. What tempering does, it just brings down the hardness a little bit, giving it more durability and still keeping the hardness for the edge retention that we're going to use. But before we do all the temper, we're going to work on, like I said, getting all the scale off and everything like that. All right? So the first thing we're going to work on using is the 400 grit. It's going to be for here. We're going to use it for all this to take this scale off. And then we're going to go up. I'll probably stay on the bevels and this right here at 400. Then the rest I'll probably go all the way to 1000 before we go do the tempering process. So let's do this. Alright, So we got still some more to go right here, right there, right there. Also, make sure you work on here. Try to get as much as you can out. So let's continue. All right. We are now going to use 600 for here all the way to 1,000. We're done with the bevels. So let me get the 600 going. All right, next one's going to be 800. So give me a minute here. Over here at my other set of sandpapers. Of course, 800 decides just to stay in here. Boom. 800. Alright, and the last one's going to be 1,000 for this side. It's looking good right now. So let's hit 1,000. Alright, everybody, we're going to take this out so you guys can see the difference quick, and then we're going to start on the other side, and I'm not going to stop on, it's just going to be quick, fast, and a hurry. So look at this side compared to this side. This is what we want. So let's work on this one, this side. Oh, of course. We're just going to do the same thing like we did on the other side. So all right, we're done. I'm just gonna wipe this down. Holy crap. Just wipe this down here quick. And there we go. Got that one side and that side done. So now we're going to be doing the tempering process. So stand by, and I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, everybody. This is the tempering process we're about to do. Here's the knife on this plate right here. We're doing a preheat right now. We're waiting for it to get to 405. That's where we're going to leave it on. The tempering process still have that hardness and it's still durable at the same time. So waiting for that to preheat. So we're going to do this for two 2-hour cycles. So, but if you're pressed for time, you can get away with 2 1-hour cycles. But like I said, we're gonna do 2 hour cycles. So just stand by, and we're just gonna, you won't be able to see the process because it's gonna be there's gonna be 4 hours in total. So you're gonna see me putting it in, and then at the end of the first, I'm gonna take it out, let it cool to the touch. You're gonna see the color, then it's gonna come right back in for another 2 hours. Then we're done right there for the last. All right, so just wait till this thing heats up, and we're ready to go. All right, looks like we're done right here for the first one. So let's get this thing right here, and look at that light brown color right there. That's what we're looking for. Who cares about that part? But we're talking about this part right here. Look at that. That is awesome. So now we just let it sit there, let it cool off, cool to the touch. Then we do another cycle for another 2 hours. Let me get this a little better here. And we'll go from there. Alright, everybody. We're about to put this back for its last 2 hour cycle. With that in mind, right here, we're going to do this right now. Throw it in the oven. Let it do the same thing for 2 hours again. Oh, too much. And we start. And with that, we're going to conclude the video for today. I'm not going to bore you guys. It's going to come out looking the same way. But I'm going to leave a couple of links on the bottom of the description with how to make your own mini forge if you decide to make your own mini forge to heat up steel and harden it. And you can also, one of them is going to be Outdoor 55. He's got a lot of content on there, and you can be able just to look at stuff. And if you like this video, just like I said, you can leave a comment, leave a like, and if you want to, continue seeing this, just hit the notification button and subscribe. All right? Thank you. This is Boricua Steel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Vaya con Dios.